Hey y'all, it is Tia from Working at Home Maiden, and I'm back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about how to build marketable skills. The reason why I am making this video is because I've seen so many people in the Discord talking about they don't have any experience, they feel like they don't have any skills that they could use to get a work at home job. And I just want to kind of put some information out there to help you guys find your way. So, in my Discord, which is free, the link will be in the description box, I have a tab called Skills, I think. Let me find it real quick. Skills and Education. In this tab, I have posted a few different places that you can continue building skills, where you can find the information to take classes either for free or for cheap. Sometimes they will be full price. This is where I post all of that stuff. So you guys can just come over here and get that information at your leisure. Now, like I said, I've seen a lot of people talking about how they can't, they feel like they don't have any skills. They feel like they can't get a work at home job because they have no skills. So, what exactly is a marketable skill? They're just abilities or attributes, or knowledge that are in demand by employers and can have value in the job market. Why do you need them? Like I said, some people feel like they have no skills. I feel like that holds people back from applying for jobs, and that's something that you can fix pretty easily. The job market is also changing. It's always changing. You need these kind of skills to keep up, to make more money, to kind of get promotions, and advance and reach your goals, your financial goals. These skills can make you extremely attractive to employers, and they can vary depending on the industry, whatever job role. So just what is your goal? What do you want to do? Get that in your mind, and then that'll make it a lot easier for you to find information about getting these skills, building these skills, practicing these skills, and then finding an employer that wants those skills. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can get these new skills. And I hope the things I just said made sense. I hope that the definitions that I gave made sense. If they don't, you can always ask questions, post your comment on YouTube, or ask your question on Discord, and I will do my best to get back to you guys. But how can you build these skills? Sometimes you can do on-the-job training and learn skills that way. You can be an apprentice to somebody who has the skills you want, and you can get more education. For example, a lot of people have skills and they just don't realize it. Skills that can translate from brick and mortar businesses to online working type, remote work type jobs. For example, if you were a waitress, or if you worked at a Best Buy or whatever, you have customer service skills. You probably have data entry skills from where you had to go into the computer system and put in UPC codes and stuff. And people don't really realize that is data entry. If you were a manager at a gas station, you most definitely have data entry skills. You also have managerial skills, and you also have phone etiquette, customer service, and conflict resolution, organizational type of skills. And you probably also have spreadsheet like Excel, Microsoft Word type experience. So think about your past work history and really look at it and see what your skills are. And you can start putting these skills on your resume. You know, you don't have to lie, but a lot of people have customer service experience and don't even realize that they can take those skills and translate that to a job that may not be customer service, like moderation or search engine evaluation. But let's continue. You can also get education. You can continue your education. You can go to your local college, your local, what are those places called? It's not like a state university, but it's a community college, and take classes there. You can do it online at online community colleges. You can go to places like careerstep.org and Coursera and take classes there. And get the skills that you want. For example, Zendesk is a platform that a lot of these remote companies use. You can get a Zendesk certification, from zendesk.org or .com or whatever their website is. And you can do the same thing for Slack. You can do the same thing for Microsoft. You can do it for Google. You can do it for pretty much any platform that they're asking you to have skills in. Alright, so what are some popular skills that these companies are looking for? One of the top skill sets they're looking for are technical skills, like programming, Java, JavaScript, C++, Python. They're looking for data analysts, people who can analyze data, using like Excel, SQL, and other data analytics software. Web development is also a big one. HTML, CSS, and other web development frameworks are like in high demand right now. And I do have a free code camp thing here that you guys can go. You can go do that on your own time for free and build these skills, and eventually get a web developer job, data analyst job, or a programmer coding type job. Graphic design is also popular. If you have experience with Adobe Creative Suite or any of those other like photo editing type platforms, then you could either continue building your skills or talk to somebody to become an apprentice, or just find a way to find a path to get from where you currently are to having a job as a graphic designer. IT and networking, it's another career path that is very popular right now. Digital marketing, and search engine evaluation is a big one that I continue to see. When I'm looking for jobs to post in the Discord, SEO pops up a lot, and there are a lot of courses that you can take. Just make sure whatever course you take, hopefully you can get a certification. I would just go for certifications, honestly, because a lot of the time they don't take as long as a degree, and you can still get a job. But make sure wherever you take your course, it is a legitimate, accredited institution, so that you don't end up getting got for money, so that you get your money's worth and you can eventually reach your goal of getting a job and making your money back, honestly. Return on investment, that's what we like. But anyway, social media marketing is another one that pops up a lot, that you would need to manage or promote like brands on social media platforms. That is a big one, that if you can find a way to get those skills and be a solid social media marketer, you can have a job for as long as social media exists, which I don't see it going anywhere for a long, long time. Right now, content creation is big, so content marketing is something that you can build skills in, and maybe even be your own boss. Like if you were a social media marketer and a content marketer, you can definitely be your own boss, because there are so many companies that are online or need to get online into the social media sphere, that you could reach out to them and help them get online for a good amount of money. And those are just some of the kind of jobs that I see that will require you to have skills, and skills that you could use to eventually get those jobs. We're going to talk about some skills that we should all have, and they're kind of labeled in my notes as soft skills. Communication, 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 communication. That is one of the main things, especially if you're going to have a phone job, which most people will have if they're going to work online, because they're so easy to come by, and there are a lot of companies that are looking for customer service representatives. That is another one of the big, like, top 3 work-at-home jobs that I come across a lot. You will need good, strong, verbal, and written communication. Pretty much for every job, honestly. Even if you don't have a phone job, you're going to have to write at some point. So if you feel like that might be a weakness for you, you can take some classes in that. You can also, get practice organically. Just go talk to people online, take a typing course, whatever the case may be, so that you can have those skills and put them on your resume. My computer needs more space. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second. Okay. Another one is, a lot of companies want you to have leadership skills. That's just really like if you are going for a managerial type position, or you ever want to be promoted, you're going to have to show, some, how to put this? Just, you're going to have some leadership type skills. If you don't want to lead a team, it might be hard for you to get a promotion, but leadership skills are kind of sort of important. Definitely problem solving. Problem solving is something that a lot of companies online want, like work at home companies, want you to have, because if you can't solve a problem on your own, they are going to kind of think you need more supervision, and they might end up either pulling you in the office or firing you, because they feel like you can't solve problems on your own or find information on your own. And if you can't do those things, and you show that you tried, a lot of CEOs like to see that you're trying. They don't like to feel like they have to be over your shoulder all the time. They want to feel like they can trust you. So if you can solve problems on your own, have critical thinking skills, and maybe even be creative while you're solving problems, then you're more likely to advance and be trusted with more responsibility. Adaptability, I'm not quite sure if you can build that kind of skill. I feel like it might take practice, maybe, to build, like, be flexible and be able to kind of roll with the punches or whatever, because these companies will try you, and if you are like extremely rigid all the time, they're gonna feel like you're not a team player, and you can decide whether you want to stay at that job or not. But if you can adapt, and you're willing to adapt, and you're willing to be accommodating for money, then this will be a good skill for you to have, so that you might be able to get a job or advance from your position to a higher one. Time management is such an important one. If you cannot manage your time well, then a lot of companies will not continue they won't keep you on. They'll fire you. Let's not beat around the bush. If you can't manage your time well, especially working at home, you may get fired. Especially if there are schedules that you have to set for yourself and goals you have to set for yourself. Like, for example, if the job lets you set your own schedule, but you have to meet a certain amount of hours per week and you're not doing that, then you're not going to be able to keep your job, and you will most likely get fired, and it will be like a legitimate type of firing. Excuse me, my nose starts running when I talk a lot. So, yeah, and they want to make sure that you can meet deadlines. And if you feel like you don't have good time management skills, maybe get a timer, set several timers on your phone, whatever you need to do to make sure that you can meet deadlines and meet your goals while you're working from home. Okay. Some other important skills that you could go ahead and start looking into, because AI is becoming a big thing, is data analytics, machine learning, and business intelligence. Creating reports. Like I said, Excel is always, it seems like always a big thing. So if you can just put and have on your resume, just in general, that you're proficient in Microsoft suite, because so many people use that. I know Google also has a suite of tools that they use, Slack, Zendesk, and stuff like that. If you can just go ahead and have those certifications like under your belt, you'll stand out more than people who don't have those certifications. Yeah, and definitely, like I said, look more into AI, machine learning, and stuff like that, because that is becoming very popular. And if you can go ahead and say that you have some kind of experience or education in the AI, artificial intelligence kind of sphere, then you will be able to stand out. I mean, that's the big thing with having marketable skills or not having them. If you have them, you stand out so much more than people who don't. No matter how you got them, whether it be experience or education, apprenticeship, whatever, you will stand out more than somebody who is coming in with no experience, no education, stuff like that. Okay. Project planning. I've seen a lot of jobs for project managers and project planners. That is another realm that you guys could look into. But even if you don't go into a specifically project management type of job, having that having that education or experience will help you stand out. Risk management is also good. Language skills. I posted this Duolingo thing here a long time ago. Duolingo is free for you to learn, and it is becoming more and more important for you to be able to at least understand a second language. I know what it's like to learn a different language, and if you can understand it, it's even better if you can speak it. But if you can understand it, you can kind of float by. But the goal would be to speak it fluently. So, and Duolingo was free. Anybody. I got my kids on there, so it's free, and I like it because it's very easy to use, and I retain information well the way that they set it up. So free. Check out all the different languages on there, and maybe start learning one in a year or 2 years. Maybe you'll be fluent. You might even be able to start translating as a business. But anyway, being multilingual is a very, very, very highly sought after skill. Definitely look into that. Sales skills. If you can sell stuff, you can. A lot of the time, these companies want you to just read a script. Reading comprehension is also a good skill to have. If you have a hard time with that, it might be good to do some practice. Maybe take a small course. A lot of the time, you can find free courses on YouTube. So keep that in mind. But sales, if you have any kind of persuasion type skills, if you are a natural at just speaking and convincing people or giving information or whatever way that you could sell stuff to people, then you are highly sought after, because there are a lot of sales, customer service type jobs that you could get. Financial skills. Not as much unless you're an accountant, but definitely, like, if you do your own taxes, you might be able to say you have experience with, like, Intuit, or whatever Free Tax USA. If you do your own taxes, you have marketable skills, but you may also want to take more classes, and get a certification just to say that you have it, and especially if you're doing QuickBooks, and that'll help you stand out, which is kind of the goal when you're building skills so that you can get whatever job that you're trying to get into. And we were talking about it in the, I think it was Just Chillin', like 2 or 3 weeks ago, about all of us kind of taking class together and having live events where we're building this skill together and taking the certification together and stuff like that. And I am still open to that. If you guys want to still do that, that's fine with me. Just let me know. Budgeting is also a good skill to have. Now, depending on where you're going to be, data entry, like what kind of job you want, data entry, medical coding, and stuff like that are kind of good to have, especially if you're going to do a customer service job. Unfortunately, data entry jobs, just legit, straight out data entry jobs, are so few and far between, and when they pop up, they go fast. So it's good to have this kind of certification or this education or this experience, because there are a lot of other jobs that use it, but unfortunately, it's kind of hard to get into the data entry space without having to do other stuff like answering phones and stuff like that. But putting that on your resume is a good thing to have. It's a good marketable skill, and it could help you get a job in many different spaces, honestly. If you can write, if you did really well in school, like language arts and stuff like that, and you just like to write, you're really good at it, you could possibly get a certification and just be an editor, a proofreader, a writer. You could even have no certification and just have the mechanics of writing like essays and stuff down really well, and go ahead on like Fiverr or Upwork and start writing things for people. But if you feel like you're not a very good writer, or you don't have like really good organizational skills for that, you can build those skills and start doing that kind of work after you build those skills, you know? And that's kind of something you can do in your own time. You can go to YouTube and take a writing course for free. You can do it probably through Coursera, or I forget that other one that's really popular right now. You can also go to community college and do it there, whatever the case may be. And art and design. If you're very good at drawing, you can, or you have like a talent for drawing and you feel like you have to kind of flesh it out more, you can take a drawing class. Like, really, honestly, it's just knowing where to go to get the right certifications to build these skills. But it can be done, and you can go ahead and change your life, get another job and do, or open a business and do, you know, what you'd like, reach your financial goals. Let me see if I've missed anything. Definitely focus. Figure out what it is you want to do. Do a little bit of research to see what kind of skills you want to have for whatever job or business or side hustle that you want. And then research. Maybe go to Reddit. Google is good. You can use Chat GPT. You can use Bard, which is Google's kind of Chat GPT AI. And see what you can find. But yeah, you can always come ask questions in the Discord. You can ask questions on the YouTube. Let me see, I'm still making sure I didn't miss anything. just to reiterate, what are marketable skills? Their abilities, attributes, or knowledge that you can that are in demand that can help you get jobs. Why do you need them? So that you can get jobs, make more money, build a business, whatever your goal is. You would honestly, knowledge is power. So if you don't have the knowledge, it's kind of hard for you to get where you want to go. You can also another reason why you would need them is so that you can keep up with the market. If you kind of fall behind, you kind of end up being outdated. We don't want to be outdated. To keep up to date, just, figure out what skills you need. You can make more money. You can be extremely attractive to employers if you have certain skills in certain fields. And you can advance. How can you build these skills? Apprenticeships, getting more education, building this experience, whether you do online or, for example, if you're a customer service type person, you can build communication, problem-solving skills, conflict resolution type skills, working in a gas station. And a lot of the time, if you have no experience at all, it really helps to have a brick-and-mortar job first and then move into a work-at-home remote job, because that gives you work experience, and that's something you can put on your resume just to have something on there, because a lot of companies are like, ugh, you have no skills, no education, no apprenticeships. Yeah. Why would you stand out? You know what I mean? Not trying to be mean, but that's what they would be thinking about. And we went over some popular skills, a lot of technical programming, data analyst type things going on, graphic design, digital marketing, soft skills like communication, leadership, problem solving, conflict resolution, being adaptable, flexible, definitely time management, work on that if you feel like you don't have good time management skills. Some things that might be coming up in the future that you may want to build skills for now are machine learning, AI, and stuff like that. Project management was another one. Risk management, language skills. Definitely consider learning a different language, even if you don't use it for your job. You could use it in everyday life, especially since the population is becoming more diverse and people of different backgrounds, different languages are coming together. It would help to have, more language you can speak, especially fluently or semi-fluently. Budgeting, Excel, Microsoft Suite, Google Suite, data entry. We're talking about creative skills like writing and art and design. So with that being said, I think I touched on everything I wanted to. If you guys feel like there was something that was unclear, or maybe you needed more information about, or if you guys want part 2, let me know. Like I said, the platforms that I have collected for continuing education, I posted here on the Discord, and you guys can just hop over there. It's free. And I'm in there pretty much every day, responding to people, answering questions, and posting work at home jobs, trying to help people find whatever they're looking for. So yeah, I think that's it. Oh, other people also post stuff in here. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm just going to post this as a replay for the event in Discord. And if you are in Discord, you can still talk to me while we are watching the replay. But with that being said, again, thank you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Bye for now.